Good day, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at some possible essay questions that you can expect for your May June examination for Business Studies Grade 12. So, we're going to be focusing on paper one, and we're going to be looking at the possible essay questions under business operations. So, I'll be doing part two of paper one, where we're going to be looking at some possible essay questions that you can expect under business environment. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, and also click on that notification button so that you can be notified every time when we upload a new video. Let's get to it. So business studies paper one focuses on two topics, which is business environment and business operations. So with business environment, you can expect to be asked a question that has to do with legislation or the impact of recent legislation on businesses or on business strategies or business sectors and their environments. And under business operations, you can be asked to answer an essay question based on human resources function and quality of performance. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some possible essay questions you can expect for your May June examination under business operations. And I will do part two where I'm going to be sharing some possible essay questions that you can expect under business environment. Under business operations, you can be asked to answer an essay question on human resources function, just like this one. So what you have to do is you need to study and understand human resources function as a whole, because the questions are not going to come exactly as this one. For example, in this question, they are asking that one should describe, should outline the differences between job description and job specification, and to discuss the impact of internal recruitment on the business, and to explain the role of the interviewee during the interview. So, in another question, so if human resources function comes as a question, they might ask you, instead of asking you to discuss the impact of internal recruitment on business, they can ask you the impact of external recruitment on business, which means you must know both the impact of internal and external recruitment on business. They can ask you to discuss the role of the interviewer, not the interviewee, during the interview. So this means that you need to know human resource function as a whole. So studying human resources and understanding it as a whole will not just only help you in answering or and getting 100% on your essay, but it's also going to help you to do well in your short questions. So here it's another question that is based on human resources. You can see that the questions that they want you to answer or to discuss differ. For example, here they say outline the selection procedure as a human resources activity. Explain the role of the interviewer before the interview. Remember, on the previous one, they say that discuss the or explain the role of the interviewee during the interview. And the second one, they say explain the role of the interviewer during the interview. So this means that you need to know human resources function as a whole, because the questions cannot be predicted. You can be asked anything that has to do with human resources. And another question you can expect under business operations is quality of performance. So, with quality of performance, you also need to know it as a whole. For example, we have another question um, on quality of performance. The first one says differentiate between quality control and quality assurance. And the second one says elaborate on the meaning of quality assurance. So, to answer quality of performance, firstly, you need to understand and to know what quality is. And you need to understand and know quality concept. And when we speak of quality concept, we're speaking of quality control, quality assurance, quality management, quality performance, and quality management systems. So basically, what you have to do is you need to go through quality of performance and know everything that has to do with it in order for you to um, get your 100% on your essays. So I'm going to show you how to answer your essays correctly so that you get your 100% for your essay. So we know that in our essays, we have introduction, we have body, and we have conclusion. So when you're writing your introduction, you must write 2 points, and for that, you get 2 marks. And for your body, you need to discuss all the topics that they provide for you. The good thing about business studies is they already provide for you what you need to discuss about. They give you subtopics. Um, you see here, they say you must differentiate. After differentiating, you must explain the quality indicators. That means that all these points that they've given you here, these are going to be your subheadings. So in this case, we are going to be answering the essay question based on this question, where it says elaborate on the meaning of quality assurance. So that means that our first subheading is quality assurance, not body. Please refrain from writing body after your introduction. The first subheading that you should write after writing your 2 points for introduction, it's the first point that is given to you. And in this case, it's the meaning of quality assurance. So after discussing the points that they've provided for you, you go to discuss to write your conclusion, and for your conclusion you write 1 point and you get 2 marks for that. And the other 8 marks comes from inside, and I will explain that at the end of the essay. So for our introduction, remember that we are answering this essay question, and it says that businesses implement quality assurance in order to produce quality products. Some managers believe that this can be achieved by focusing on quality management and quality performance. Others argue that the purchasing function and the production function play an important role in implementing total quality management. So, in this statement already, it means you must know what quality management is, and you must know what quality performance is. You must know what purchasing function is, and you must know the production function as well. So, in our introduction, remember we are answering a quality of performance essay. So, for your introduction, you can introduce what quality is. You can explain what quality is because we are dealing with quality. So, for your first point, you can say quality is the ability of a product or service to satisfy specific needs of customers. And for your second point, remember, we are talking about quality in the workplace, quality in the business. So for your second point, you can say businesses must quality assure manufactured goods throughout the production cycle, which means that businesses must ensure that the goods or the products or the services that they offer are of good quality. And for that, you get your 2 marks. And we go on to discuss the first subheading that is provided to us on the essay question, which is the meaning of quality assurance. So already you know what quality is. So quality assurance now means that uh, assuring quality, making sure that there is quality. That is the simplest way I can put it. So, for your first point, you can say to ensure that they produce quality, checks out are done during and after the production process. The company or the business should ensure that required standards have been met at every stage of the process, which means that quality should be ensured by um, checking for quality at every stage of the production process, not at the end of the production process. Ensuring that every process is aimed to get the product right the first time and prevent mistakes from happening. That is quality assurance. And for that, you get your 6 marks. So for discussing 3 points, you get your 6 marks because you get 2 marks um, per point. So, for you to better understand the difference between these two, we can look at the key elements of quality management, which are process improvement, quality assurance, quality control, and continuous improvement. Whereas quality performance, on the other hand, refers to the measurement of the effectiveness of quality management activities in achieving the desired quality outcomes. So basically, quality performance measures the activities that are done in quality management in order to see the achieved the actual result achieved through the efforts that are done in quality management. So with quality management, it's basically a process of ensuring that the organization's quality goals are met, while quality performance, it's basically a measurement of the actual result achieved through the efforts that are done in quality management. So, quality performance is about assessing the actual quality of the products or services that are being delivered. In essence, quality management is about putting in place the systems and processes to ensure quality, whereas quality performance is about evaluating how well those systems that are put in place in quality management and the process are working in practice. Quality management has to do with techniques and tools used to design and improve the quality of a product. Quality performance, um, it's the total performance of each department measured against specified uh, standards. Sorry. And quality management can be used for accountability within each of the business functions. And with quality performance, it can be obtained if all departments work together towards the same quality standards. So for this topic or a question, you can answer 2 points for each for quality 2 points for quality management and 2 points for quality performance, and you get your 8 marks. So I just added two more so that you have option. You can see more of the difference between quality management and quality performance. And quality management aims to ensure that quality of goods and services is consistent, or it focuses on the means to achieve consistency. Whereas with quality performance, quality is measured through physical product or statistical output of processes or surveys of the users or buyers of goods and services. So the next subheading is the impact of total quality management elements on large businesses. So we have six elements of total quality management, which means you need to know them because they might just ask you to discuss any of those total quality management. So the first one, we have continuous skills and development or education and training. The second one is continuous improvement to processes and systems. The third one is adequate financing and capacity. The fourth one is monitoring and evaluation of quality processes. And the sixth one is total client or customer satisfaction. So in this case, they ask that one should discuss total client or customer satisfaction and also adequate capacity or adequate financing and capacity. So we have both the positives or the advantages and the negatives or disadvantages of the impact of total quality management elements on large businesses. So, for you to know the impact of total quality management elements on large businesses, you need to understand what total quality management is. So, total quality management is a continuous process of detecting and eliminating manufacturing errors, streamlining supply chains, and improving the customer experience, and ensuring employees are fully trained so that they can be able to provide or to produce quality. And we can also say that total quality management is a management approach focused on continuously improving all processes, products, and services to achieve superior customer experience. So, total quality management, it's all about ensuring that the customers are satisfied at the end of the day, to exceed customer expectation by providing high quality products. So we have both negative and positive impact of total quality management elements on large businesses. So here we are focusing on customer satisfaction. So for your first point, you can say large businesses use market research or customer surveys to measure and monitor customer satisfaction and analyze customers' needs. So total quality management is all about meeting customers' needs and going beyond the expectation of the customers, exceeding customers' expectations and satisfying customers' needs. So large businesses are able to conduct market research, customer surveys to find out what customers want. And they are able to then go back and produce the best quality that customers are going to be happy with, or whatever product that is going to satisfy the needs of the customer. So large businesses continuously promote a positive company image because they have the funds to produce quality. And large businesses may lead to higher customer retention or loyalty, and business may be able to charge higher prices. So, when a business produces quality and customers are satisfied, when they always go beyond customers' expectations and they know their customers are satisfied and they love their products, they can increase prices and customers will keep coming back for the products because they know that we are buying quality. It might be a little bit more expensive compared to other stores, but I trust the quality that is produced by this company. So they continue buying from the business. So with total quality management, large businesses may be able to gain access to the global market because their product is of high quality and they may have the funds to be able to go global. So the disadvantages or the negatives, it can be that employees who rarely come into contact with customers often do not have a clear idea of what will satisfy their needs. So regardless of them wanting to provide quality, then if they do not know what the customers need, then it's a fail. It's a fail. So the second one is that not all employees may be involved or committed to total client or customer satisfaction. So if not all of the employees are there to give or who are committed to give full customer satisfaction, then it's also a fail for the business. And for discussing this, you get 8 marks. So you can choose to discuss four of the positives impact of customer satisfaction, or you can discuss 2 points on positives and 2 points on negatives. Moving on to the next one, which is another impact of total quality management element on large businesses, which is adequate financing and capacity. So we also have the positives or the advantages of this element on large businesses, which is large businesses have sufficient financing to test everything before implementing. So large businesses can afford to have samples where they get to test if the products are actually quality before taking them to the customers, so that when they get to customers, they are in a high quality condition, or it's a high quality service. They can afford to have systems in place to prevent errors in processes or defects in raw materials or products. So basically, large businesses afford, they have cash to ensure that their products are of high quality. Large businesses are able to afford product research or market researchers to gather information, and that information will help them to produce quality, or to help them to produce products that exceed customer satisfaction because they have done their research. They went all out to find the information before producing or taking out the products to the customers. So basically, what you have to know is that big companies with a lot of money can afford to produce quality because they will do anything or everything that needs to be done in order for them to give the best to customers or to exceed the customer's expectation. So sometimes, if it's a small business, regardless of whether they are interested in producing quality or not having the funds to go through all the processes to ensure that the product is quality can be a disadvantage. And large companies can afford to purchase quality raw materials and equipment, so they are definitely going to produce quality. And the negatives of adequate financing capacity as an element of quality, total quality management on large businesses is that if the demand for a business product increases, order begin coming in faster than expected, the business may lack the capital required to fund the production of the stock to fill the orders. So, as we've said, that large businesses, they are able to finance their things to ensure that it's quality. But if now they they produce that quality product and take it to the market, you find that there is high demand, more than they expected from the customers. That can also be a challenge when it comes to producing more of those quality products, or the goods that they are selling. So this rapidly growing businesses can consume large amount of capital as they try to balance normal operation and expansion. So as a business produces quality, the demands can be high, and that might mean that they need to expand, which means that they need to use more money for expansion and also for normal operations. So that can be a challenge for a large business, or a challenge that can be experienced by a large business when it um, dealing with total quality management. So now we're going to look at the last subheading provided to us of the essay question, which is quality indicators of the purchasing function and the production function. So we're going to look at the quality indicators of the purchasing function first. So purchasing is basically the process of buying and acquiring goods and services to make supply chain management more efficient. So goods, materials, and equipment obtained in this process play a key role in improving the quality of products and services produced by the organization. So, a company's purchasing department plays an important role in supply chain management decisions. So, purchasing is typically responsible for selecting suppliers, negotiating, administering long term contracts, monitoring supplier performance, placing orders to suppliers, developing a responsive supplier base, and maintaining good supplier relations. So, your first point here can be that businesses should buy raw materials or products in bulk at lower prices, and that they should select reliable suppliers that render the best quality raw materials or capital goods at reasonable prices. They should place orders timelessly and do regular follow ups to ensure that goods are delivered on time. And required quantities should be delivered at the right time and place. They should monitor and report on minimum stock levels to avoid stock out. And they should also ensure effective use of storage space and maintain product quality while in storage. They should involve suppliers in strategic planning or customer design, material selection, and quality control processes. And they can also ensure that there is no break in production due to stock shortages. So basically, here what you have to discuss is buying of raw materials at lower prices, and finding the right suppliers and ensuring that orders are placed on time and they are delivered on time. So what you have to do here is to discuss at least 4 points, and for those 4 points you get your 8 marks. So on quality indicators of production function, here you also need to understand what production is. So production is basically the method of turning raw materials or inputs into finished goods or products in a manufacturing process. In other words, it means the creation of something from basic inputs. So, production may also refer to the goods being produced. For instance, some business call a set of products being produced at the same time a production run. Both of these definitions are interchangeable. So basically, it just means manufacturing process or the end result of a manufacturing process. So here for quality indicators, you can say producing high quality services or products according to specifications, and that the production of or operating processes of a business should be done correctly through proper production planning and control. Products and services should be produced at the lowest possible cost to allow for profit maximization. Businesses should clearly communicate the roles and responsibilities to the production workforce, which means that everybody should know their role. Products must meet customers' requirements by being safe, reliable, and durable. They need to utilize machines and equipment optimally. They should also accurately calculate the production cost. So the production function basically deals with producing something, producing the product. And um and for that you're gonna get your 8 marks, which means that here you can also like discuss 4 points, and you will have your 8 marks, and you be having your 30 marks, and you get your other 2 marks from conclusion. So for your conclusion, you need to say the importance of quality. And for your conclusion, you just have to write 1 point, and you you get 2 marks for it. So you can say that quality is important to a business, because when a business produces quality, then they are going to be able to stay in the business. So quality is going to bring about sustainability in a business. And for that, you get your 2 marks, and you'll be having 32 marks in total. And you're gonna get your 8 marks, as I said, that I'll explain from inside. So this is how it is. You have your introduction, and you have your conclusion, and you have the discussion of the topics that are provided to you. And for that, you get a maximum of 32 marks. So the 8 marks comes from inside, which is layout, analysis, synthesis, and originality or examples. So your layout is, did you start your essay with an introduction? If you did, then you get a mark for that. Did you end your essay with a conclusion? If you did, then you get a mark for that. And for analysis and interpretation, then they want to know, if did you discuss all the subheadings that they provided to you? Yes, we discussed all the subheadings. We started with the meaning of quality assurance. We discussed the difference between quality management and quality performance. We discussed the impact of total quality management elements on large businesses. We also discussed quality indicators on purchasing function and the production function. So yes, we discuss all the subheadings, and then that means you get 2 marks for that. So with synthesis, they want to know if you actually answered the essay question, not just the topic as total quality management. Did you answer the essay question? And if you did, then you get your 2 marks for that. And originality, did you use your own examples as you were answering your essay question? If you did, then you get 2 marks for that, and that will be 8 marks, and you have your 40 marks, which is your 100% for your essay. So remember, I said that for business operations, you can expect to answer a question on human resources function and also on quality of performance. So studying both the topics will also help you in answering your short questions. And I've already done lessons on human resources function and also on quality of performance. So you can check them out so that you get a deeper understanding of both topics. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and also click on the notification button so that you can be notified every time when we upload a new video. Thank you.